If you see a squirrel crawling around, don't be alarmed. It's a baby squirrel crawling around. Okay, today's topic is, when you're creating that bubble, because one of the pillars, we ask people to create a bit of a bubble to help support your journey to recovery. Because if you're just gonna be all out in your everyday life like you were before, you're gonna have a very difficult time doing the work and recovering. So one of the things that I had to do is, you have to, well, you got to commit, you got to be prepared, you got to be aware of old behavior patterns, right? You got to create a bit of a bubble. So that could be, not watching Housewives of fucking Dallas, not being, all wrapped up in the news or politics or, arguing with people online. With me, I was so fucked up I couldn't even. That was the last thought for me, was to engage in anything. Like not even the last thought. I couldn't even get in wrapped up into any type of what's going on in the news. It was just too much. He's in my hoodie. There's a dog over here, dog over there. So I just gotta make sure. Like, I don't know. I don't think they'll do anything, but you never know, right? You gotta. So one of the things that I had to do going through this journey is cut out some friends, right? And well, I stopped watching TV. I stopped tuning into the news. I create a literal bubble. I changed the algorithms on Instagram, YouTube, because right, and I didn't have a big profile or anything, so I could easily just delete some of these health profiles that I was following. But it was the algorithm that I also had to change because it was still feeding me these scary health things that I would latch on to and start, right, going down the rabbit holes and trying to fix a leaky gut and detox this and, right? And I had to change the algorithm a bit, and I changed it to like cooking and recipes, traveling to like Finland or Denmark. I'd visualize myself there. Same thing with YouTube. I changed the algorithm there. It took a couple of days, but then, I would change it to like anything about cars, trucks, traveling, right? And if I saw something in my feed, I would say not interested. So you got to almost, like it's like pretend you're living out in Alaska and you're away from society, right? While you're in the middle of the city, right? And it's hard to do, but it's possible. I did it. I did this over during the COVID months, during when COVID was here, right? During the winter time. It was a triggering time for everybody, I'm sure. Everybody had to deal with some heavy duty shit. But, imagine you're dealing with all these symptoms, the OCD looping thoughts, everything just amplifies. So I didn't want to know anything about the news, politics, about nothing. I'm like, don't tell me anything. This is too much. I'll be in in my safe room, pacing back and forth, worrying and freaking out and trying to get rid of the thoughts that were there, because this was before I learned about the allow method. Because before that, I was resisting my thoughts. I was trying to get rid of, pattern interrupt to count 5 things that are in my vicinity to distract, right? Why is this tree? What color are the leaves on this fucking tree? Why is there, right? I was always trying to distract and everything. That just made things worse. So it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things that you don't realize when you're going through this journey that you gotta create a bubble around. But you realize eventually, like it becomes very clear. It's like when you go through this journey, you become very sensitive, and you get to see what was feeding your allostatic loads, right? That you normalized for so long. So this is when I started to tell people. I was like, right? Some of the friends in the beginning, I just kept at a distance. I was like, hey, listen, right? I lied. I just said I'm dealing with some anxiety. I'm gonna, not be on my phone so much because you'd have like friends on your WhatsApp group, right? And they're, they're with you every day. They want to. Why isn't Helmut? Helmut hasn't responded. I don't know. Maybe blah blah blah. And I was friends with type of guys that we were really. We said anything. We didn't give a shit. We didn't hold back. We grew thick skin. I grew up. The times that I grew up in was playing in metal bands, having lots of friends, a lot of close friends where we were like brothers, and we used to cut each other up, and we were brutally honest. We were mean, right? So I grew some skin, and I normalized that shit for many, many years. Plus, there's alcohol abuse. Plus, there's cigarette smokes, and there's drugs all around. I wasn't heavy into the drugs or anything. I tried it here and there, right? But that type of environment, right? It was nice in the beginning because you feel like you belong, but eventually it becomes like a bad lifestyle. So eventually, yeah, I got to the point where I was like, right, you grow up a little bit, you don't party as much, but you're getting a little older. You still have some of these toxic friends around. And this is where you have to be aware and think, okay, I got to create a bit of a bubble, right? Even family members, coworkers, right? Some of these people, like I wasn't able to work, so thank goodness, right? But if you have some friends, right? First of all, I say keep it a secret. You don't have to tell everybody what you're fucking going through. Because guess what? Especially family, especially the in-laws, especially your aunt, Delilah. Tell your mom, of course. That's already going to be difficult enough because she's going to throw everything in your face and dismiss what you're going through, possibly. And how, like with my mom, Helmut, it is anxiety. No, it's nothing. What did the doctor say? What did he say the last time you went to the hospital? They say it's nothing. They say it's anxiety. Why are you going back again? Helmut, that's nothing. It's not. What it is? Come on, Helmut. You have anxiety and maybe a little bit of ulcerative colitis. You can have that. You have that. That's okay, Helmut. Take your medication, and that's okay. Right? Here, you want to take a little. Get back in there. Retreat. So you gotta take this serious, right? You're committing 1,000%. You're not straddling the fence. Oh, I think he wants to hang out. I have to be careful because the dog's around. Oh, he likes to nibble. And he goes lightly. He likes to play and nibble. He goes lightly, but sometimes he likes to push his luck. He'll go, right? And I'll be like, dude, fucking hurts, man. Yeah, he's playing. He's going like this with me. All right. So this is where you gotta tell yourself, you gotta be like, okay, am I gonna do this? Being with my friends, they don't want the best for me. They make fun of me, and you don't tell them everything. Oh, he likes the heads. Dude, get back in there. Right? Trust me. Don't tell your family everything. Don't tell your friends everything. Because I'm telling you, they're going to use it against you. Seriously. Right? And I noticed that 90% of my friends weren't there because they gave a shit. They were there so they can, put me down. They were just there to witness me fall on my face. And you'll notice that when you're at your worst, people will kick you while you're down. Right? It's fucking crazy. They do that shit. It happened. It happened to me a bunch of times. People see you're weak and you're at your worst. They don't fucking feel sorry for you. Maybe at first they go, oh yeah. But then eventually they talk shit about you. They think they know better than you. They're trying to give you the advice, right? And then you open up a little bit and you tell them what you're doing, but you're like really, you're looping on everything. So you got a lot of doubt to begin with, and they tell you things like, no, don't do that. That's stupid. No, Trust me, I know I've had it before. I know a guy that did what you did, and he fucking was worse than ever. But ever, you're just wasting your money. And you're, I'm just here, dude, brother. I'm just here to help you, man. Dude, I love you. I'm just trying to. You're not helping. You're making things 10 times worse. You're fucking destroying my life, actually. You know how it is. Everybody's a guru. All your friends are gurus. They send you links. No, what you have to do, you have to heal the gut. First of all, are you doing that? You need to detox, right? You probably have the motherfucker gene that doesn't allow you to detox. So you can't even take supplements. So you need to, work with the natural. I know this guy. He's the best. He's, of course, everybody that everybody knows is the best, of course, right? I worked with one of the best naturopaths in Toronto, right? They had like thousands of reviews on Google, all of them almost 5-star, right? And I talked to her. She's kind of like, fucking lost, right? I worked with naturopaths before in the past, trying to kill the candida. This is when I had my first perfect storm. The second perfect storm, this one, she didn't know what to fucking do. She's like, what we're going to do is we're going to first try to heal your gut. And then we're going to try to kill some of the parasites. And then we're going to get the candida out of the way. Then we're going to support your microbiome so that you can poop normally. And then we're going to find ways so that you can eat normally. What's your diet like? Fucking 2 foods. I'm on 2 safe foods. What's that? I don't even... 2, what do you mean by 2? What do you mean? Right? They don't fucking... Doctors, they look at you like, this guy's full of shit. He's got anxiety. That doesn't even exist. I've never heard of that. Dude, you're something's... Dude, I don't have time for this. I got to deal with real fucking problems. This guy, no. Because they don't understand. Nobody knows. Nobody fucking gets it. Right? The naturopaths, fucking useless. Right? And of course, they're selling all their supplements, and I buy a couple here and there, and nothing fucking worked. And I knew this already, because I've been through this shit before in the past. Right? I've been down the rabbit holes. I did the rabbit holes. I did all the fucking supplements. I spent over $600 in supplements. I threw them all out. Right? This is where I was like, no, I'm never doing this again. I'm going to go carnivore. And it helped. But I didn't know it was a coping mechanism. I managed. Right? I only had 20 symptoms at the time. Then came round 2, 5 years later. 75 symptoms plus. Carnivore wasn't fucking touching it. Nothing. Neither was fasting. Fasting made it 10 times worse. Which is, if you think about it, that was such a fucking blessing. Because I was not able to use anything. Nothing. No coping mechanism was working anymore. I was stripped naked in my fucking hell. And I didn't get any answers for 3 months. I know some people, it took longer. I got lucky. But still, I was in limbo land for 3 to 4 months with no answers, being stuck with these 75 symptoms, running down the hallway, freaking out, screaming. And eventually I stopped screaming because I was like, what's the fucking point? Why am I spending my energy screaming down the hallway? What is that fucking... It doesn't make any sense. That's the kind of hell you're in when you stop screaming. You're faced with the hell. You start, I start saying... I never screamed or asked God for any help. But that time I did. I asked my guides, my higher self, like everything that I believed in at the time. Right? I screamed out, I got nothing. And I think there's a reason for that. Right? I think my higher self, my guides, God or source or whatever you want to call it, was like, no. Hold on, guys. No, hold on. The guy's like, yeah, I know what you're going to tell me. But I feel so bad. I want to help him a little bit. No, you're just going to make it worse. It's a fucking look at him. Yes, I know. I fucking designed him. I designed this reality. Fuck, don't tell me nothing. Shut the fuck up. No, that didn't happen. I'm sure it didn't. Sorry, I'm just having fun. So God's like, listen, He's got to be in fucking hell with no fucking answers. I want everything that he tries it will make him feel worse. So of course, I'm going back down the rabbit holes again. I'm like, no, not this again. Research. Oh fuck. I'm like, no, maybe it's vitamin D3. Maybe I got to take this copper shit. Man, that shit almost killed me. Right? You all of a sudden you become this chemist, right? Okay, so if you're low, so I need more iron. So I need more iron. So take less iron. Like everything was backwards. Like nothing made sense. Like I would get checked at the hospital. They said, no, you're not deficient in anything here. Well, you don't see it. And then of course the functional side of the world, rabbit holes say they don't catch it. They can't see it. Don't you see? You're deficient and you need more iron. Or you need less iron. You got too much iron. We got too much iron. You need more copper to balance out the iron. Right? And then the guy that's telling you that, what was his name? Frank Tofino. Fucking this guy, right? He's a carnivore guy. He was going through the same shit as me. He was trying to fix it, and he's teaching people. And I listened to him. And man, don't fucking experiment with supplements. Please don't. That shit can be just as dangerous as anything else. Right? That shit can fucking kill you. Especially when you're in a state of fight or flight. Right? You can have massively bad reactions. So don't fuck around. Don't experiment. So anyway, this guy, he's in a state of fight or flight. I know that now. I try to tell him, but every time I tried helping people in that, and these type of gurus that are going down rabbit holes, and then you see that they're sick and they're getting worse and worse and worse, and you try to help them, but they block your messages on their on their walls. Right? So I took the copper. I was tripping out in bed. It was crazy. I was tripping out. I felt all fucked up. But I was able to sleep because of it. So it's almost like a near death. But hey, I got sleep. I was like, oh, I fell asleep, but I was probably dying. Don't do that shit. Don't fuck around. Don't fuck around with supplements. This is where I was like, fuck this shit. When I finally found the mind-body space, I was like, I'm throwing out all the fucking supplements. All the candida fucking bullshit. Threw it out. The high vitamin D3 fucking shit that it was taking them like they were candies. No. You know what? Even though God or my guides were keeping me in limbo for a bit, and I think they were doing that on purpose, so I fall at my worst. So everything that I tried, it would force me to dig deep within myself and discover myself and explore. But at the same time, I was protected. I remember I used to talk to this medium before the OCD through that made me stop that shit. But I used to talk to this medium who was fucking amazing. Always was right. Dead on right. She told me that Sam would come into my life. I'm like, Sam? Who's Sam? I know I'm getting off track. Sorry. I thought I was going to be a plumber, and I thought I was going to be an apprentice with this guy named Sam, who's going to, get my hours in so I could be a master plumber. That's what she said. And she's like, this person, Sam's going to get you prepared and going to help you and build so that you learn everything. And I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm going to be working with Sam. Good. And then now I didn't even notice when I was talking with Sam and we started working together. I'm like, oh shit, this was what the psychic was talking about. So anyway, right, I'm in limbo land on purpose. And I remember the medium telling me that I was being protected. But at the same time, while I was being protected, I was on training wheels going through hell, right? Can you imagine that? With fucking floaters on, right? Driving in this fucking tricycle with training wheels. through the fucking magma hell. At the time, that was if somebody would have told me, but you're protected. What do you mean protected? What do you mean how? Now I see it, and it's a gift, and I'm very grateful. Thank you. I see it. It makes sense. Anyway, so what a crazy journey. So then, you finally find they give you, after it's like a stage, like you're in this 3 months, 4 months of not getting answers. Everything sucks. Everything's 10 times worse. Right? You finally, like, give me something. No, you don't. You get nothing. Even more nothing. And then finally you get something. And then, I started getting into brain retraining, the mind-body space. And this is where I had to make a decision. I'm like, this makes sense. These people are freaks like me. This is crazy. All the symptoms that I have, all these 20 people have the same shit. And then you get into the community and you meet all the same people like you. And it's like, I've never been so happy to meet sick people that are fucked up like me than I was at the time when I met all those people. Right? And you're comparing, oh my God, yeah, do you ever notice that when you trust me, when you have this, you're going to have more than one symptom. You probably, I guarantee you have blah, blah. And this is why when I see somebody, I'm like, I ask them the right questions because of my history and the patterns that I see. Right? I can tell them, oh, so that you got that pain, blah, 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 and it's gone now. Okay, what replaced it? What do you got now? Oh, yeah, how'd you know? Do you have food sensitivities? Yeah, I do have. Okay, well, do you have the OCD looping thoughts, right? Yeah, oh my God, oh my God, I'm like, do you have any of the pelvic floor stuff? Yeah, I was just, how did you, oh my God, how did you, right? You can almost become a mind reader and you know what they're thinking because you fucking I was sitting in it fucking second by second for 3.5 years. No, 3 years. Felt like eternity. Maybe it was eternity, right? So I understand what you're going through. How when you do the work, things get worse. How you get a lingering phase where nothing improves. How you get setbacks. How you fall off the path, right? How the looping thoughts are fucking your brain on all the wrong ways, right? So this is where you gotta, decide. Okay, well, I'm gonna take this serious. I'm finally getting some leeway. That's it. I got some evidence that this shit works because I'm in this community. I'm friends with some of these people. Some of my symptoms went away. Okay, I'm on this. Let's do this. Game on. No more bullshit. No more fucking around. Really, 100%, 1000%. I'm committed. So you got to start cutting people out. And don't tell everybody what you're going through. Like I said earlier, don't tell all your family because they all know what they think they're the fucking, everybody's a guru and they're going to tell you what you're doing is wrong. And then the doubt's going to come in and you're going to second guess and you're going to stop. You're going to get back to detoxing your whatever that you want to detox. You go back down to the rabbit holes because somebody knows somebody. Right? Waste of time. And some of you might have to go through that again. Just so it's clear that so you get the contrast of what doesn't work, so you walk the path of what does work, right? So yeah, think about it. Don't tell everybody because it's just ammo that they're going to use against you, and that's going to bite you in the ass with the doubt because the doubt's going to latch on. The OCD looping thoughts are going to torture you, right? They're going to gangbang you constantly, not in a good way, right? So this is where you got to be prepared. You got to think. You got to think a little bit. Okay. I want to cut some of my friends out, but some of them I don't want to cut out right away because I know the more you try to get rid of them, the more they fucking latch on. They pull you back even harder. And then you got to deal with drama and you got to fight with them. And you're already activated. You can't handle this. Right? They're not worth you being in a fucking setback flare crash for a month because they won't let you go and they're probably thinking, who does this guy think he is? What do you think? You're better than me? Huh? Right? So, you got to make that decision. Don't straddle the fence and go, okay, I got to cut some of these people out. But you know what? I'll soft cut them out. This is the soft phase. When I get better at it, eventually I'll fucking purge people. I'll start fucking deleting, ask questions. Not even ask questions. Not even nothing. Right? You're gone. 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 Right? And then you add somebody just so you can make them gone again. Right? Oh, and back then, right when that happens, when I did that, it felt so good. Right? All these friends, you're like, why did I keep you around? Why? Because it was the right thing to do? Because I went to high school? Because I walked by you in the hallway and we shared a smoke? Or because you're my ex? Or because I partied with you a bunch of me? Or maybe because we were friends for a long time but we never talked and you backstabbed me for 11 years? Why am I keeping that? Oh, fuck you. Right? Why? Because I had to work with you for 10 years? I had to pretend to like you? Even though you were a bully? Right? Just because you had to play the game at work because it pays the bills, right? It's politics. It's like prison rules. You got to make friends. You got to be smart. And the more you try to avoid the drama, the more you become a target, right? Charlie. So, okay. So keep it a secret. Think a little bit. Go, you know what, guys? It's not you guys. I just got to get off the phone for a little bit and focus on myself and get out in nature. I'm going to start going for walks. You know what? I've been really addicted to my phone. And I think it's fueling my anxiety. And people, when you say that, when you say you have anxiety, they leave you alone. They go, okay, no, man, I love you. I'm here for you. Right? People leave you alone. Right? Even people like, let's say if you're dealing with people, family, or coworkers, if you're lucky to go to work, or if you're not at work but people are asking you and bugging you, go, I'm just dealing with lots of anxiety. I can't, right? I haven't left the house. It's extreme. Just the way it is. So really take it serious. Cut some people out. Because this is your life. This is your future. This is your journey of recovery. This is your recovery. That's like an alcoholic. Same shit. Tell them, you got to think, yo, do I want to move on? Or do I want to, this alcohol has ruined my fucking life and my family. I've lost so many friends, money. So I got to make that decision. Hey, don't chew that. Right? They can't be hanging out with people that are partying, drinking, right? So you can't be hanging out with people that are toxic in your life. Because you're not going to be able to recover. Look at this guy. So take it serious. At the end of the day, this is your life. You're the one that answers to yourself whether you make it to the other side and fully recover or don't. So are these toxic friends worth your declining health? Are you willing to die? Are you willing to suffer for the rest of your life for them? Because they'll drop you just like that. They'll drop you. And all those years of friends, they don't give a shit. Seriously, they'll say they do, but they're only using you. And of course, keep the good ones around, and you'll know who they are after this journey. You'll know who they really are. Hey, Charlie, don't do that. All right, guys, I just wanted to swing by quick and tell you, keep it a secret. Don't tell everybody what you're going through. Make up a fucking lie. You gotta start fucking manipulating people. Right? Even family. And tell them, I'm just dealing with some anxiety. Right? I might have to keep him over the winter because he's still on formula. And cut. And eventually you'll get to a point where you're going to purge a lot of people out of your life and it's going to feel good. So, listen to me. Do it. Keep it a secret. Right? Don't tell everybody. And give yourself a break and press mute on some of your friends for now. You can cut them out later. You don't have to do it right now. Sometimes that's easier. Alrighty? Okie dokie. Artichoke. Okay. Okay. Okay, bro. You got to get back in. The dogs are close. Okay. I'm going to say hi to some people. Yay! Amanda. Good to see ya. Fern. Hello again. Stevie Parks. You must have known it was a tough day because the live popped up as I was about to crash out. Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for supporting. Please, 80% of my viewers aren't subscribed. Please subscribe. Press like. That helps the algorithm so I can get more of this message across to people, right? Bringing awareness to mind, body, space so people can get their lives back. Rambo, Mambo, good to see you. Thanks, bro. What are you doing? He likes cables. I got to be careful. All right, guys, I'm going to cut it short. I am going back. I'm going to go live again tomorrow. I'm trying to make videos at the same time. I got so much shit on my plate that I'm trying to make. I'm juggling, right? I'm trying to make it all happen. So bear with me. Hey, you, don't you? Right? He's funny. The other, you know what he does now? When he's hungry and he wants out of his cage, he will fucking scream so loud. Especially if he sees me walking by, he will scream so loud his mouth goes open. He's like, until I open the cage and he crawls on me, and he's like chill. Then he's happy. So yeah, it's like that. Okay, Helmut, Jay. How's it going, Jay? Sorry if this is a repetitive question, Helmut, but about the pelvic floor issues, do you think stretches and PT is necessary for incomplete bowel issues, or would you say to mind body alone is enough? No, use everything you need to cope in the beginning, because the mind body work takes time to work, right? There's that. It takes time for it to work. And number two, the reason why I say use coping mechanisms, do stretches, right? Get some relief if you can, because if you don't get relief, it's taking your attention. You're going to drive yourself fucking crazy with the pain. Am I not right? So if you're driving yourself crazy with the pain, how the fuck are you going to do the work? You won't. So that means you're not moving forward. So you're in the hamster gerbil wheel. What's the point of that? Right? The other day I said gerbil wheel and somebody corrected me. It's actually hamster. Okay? Must have been a millennial. They don't get the gerbil jokes. Gerbil joke. Yeah, a lot of friends are drinking buddies. That's what I had. And then it became a lifestyle for many years. And most of my friends are still like that. Right? I'm like, shit, man. I barely drink. I don't listen to the same music. When you drink, all you do is shit talk. Just a shit oozing out constantly. But it feels good because you have somebody to shoot the shit with. Yeah, man, you got another, pass me a beer. Is it in the fridge? Oh, fuck, you got to smoke, man? Right? You just talk shit till 3 a.m. More shit. Yeah, the motherfucker gene. It's something you don't have to go down the rabbit hole about. It will regulate itself. It's not even an issue. It might be something that you see now while you're going through this journey because you're in a survival state. What do you expect when you zoom in? That's broken. That doesn't work. That's it. There's your label, right? There's your belief. You're fucked. But do this mind-body work consistently every day. Never miss a day. Have patience. It takes time. All that stuff will fix itself. It'll regulate. Or it won't be relevant. It won't be relevant anymore. Right? When you're feeling fine, do you care about the motherfucker gene? No. Does it matter if it actually, the motherfucker gene updates and it's not a mutated gene? Maybe it mutates. Maybe it gets back online. But maybe it doesn't. But do you give a shit if you're fucking healthy and thriving? No. It doesn't matter. It's all irrelevant. Okay, guys. Hi from Saudi. What if it's a virus? I'll tell you something, right? When you're in state of fight or flight, you get viruses easier. Your allostatic loads are full, right? It's overloading the system, so you get sick easier. What I noticed, right? And I don't think being sick is necessarily a bad thing, right? But for what I know, when I was coming out of recovery and I was doing this, like, I was like, allostatic loads are almost empty, survival state's down. I never got sick. I was bulletproof, right? Because, and you know what it was? I bet you I did get the viruses, whatever viruses that everybody had, right? But it lasted maybe half a day, maybe 20 minutes. I'd get a half a sniffle and it'd go back in. When everybody else, they'd be sick for a week, right? Me? Because the system is able to process this shit with ease. It's like, oh yeah, we got a fucking infection here coming. We got the flu. Okay, let's process that. Oh, that was easy. Viral infection. You got some shit here. Okay, let's process that. You got a little bit of a tickle. Yeah, we processed it. It's gone now, right? So efficient. Oh yeah, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? That's what happens when you're fully regulated. So it's not even a thing. And if it is a thing, it's not a big deal. Right? But those people that get really fucking sick and shit, it's because your allostatic loads are full. Your body's buffering. It's trying to keep you alive. Something's got to give. Right? Does not make sense. Einstein. Square root of... It's M's... No, M's... F... SF... SSF... Square root of 7, 7, 8, 9, 11... B, S, F, umlaut. Right? Do I feel my chakras? I did a couple Reiki sessions. And the lady, she did it a couple times. She's like, oh my God, you're like so in tune. I did not find anything. I was trying to find, like usually I take something and I fucking throw the energy and I clear it out. Nothing. Wow, whatever you're doing, keep doing it because it's keeping everything clear. Like you're humming, you're vibrating, really everything's clear. Right? So I guess this allowing shit allows some of that energy not to clog up. So think of allowing as the ultimate detox, the ultimate Reiki, the ultimate everything. Tell your Reiki friends all about it. Have you heard of the allow method? Oh my God, you gotta check it out. Bridget Jones' diary. Hey, no interviews. Sorry. Computer fast repair. Interviews coming up? No, I stopped doing interviews 6 months ago because I wanted to focus on what we teach. I will do interviews with people like the Steady Coach, people that we resonate with, that we believe have the same views as we do when it comes to mind-body healing. And that's not very many. So, and interesting people, of course. I'll interview and I'll get interviewed, sure. But mostly success stories. If we're going to do success stories, we're going to start doing only the ones that use the stuff that we teach. So, good thing that you brought that up. I don't think there'll be any success stories yet because me and Sam have just been doing this for, I don't know, 8 months. For me, it took me 3 years to recover, right? And then some people are still, people are hatching maybe in, another year. But if anybody's had any good, we had Michelle, success stories, and my buddy Garrett, and I have a guy named Yasko, who's fully recovered. So they're starting to hatch, right? And I'm going to be doing interviews with people that have used our program and our methods. So if you're one of them, please reach out. because people would love to hear your story, and I would too. Fucking right. Let's give her. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Fern. Yes, I don't talk to mediums anymore. I went through a phase. You know what? I'm going to talk about that in the video. It's a long video because it can fucking crush you, especially when you're not regulated and you're dealing with OCD looping thoughts. It can ruin the OCD can fucking ruin you where you're terrified, so fucking scared that you latch on to anything that somebody says and you believe that they got a hold of you and your reality and your life. They hold it like this, and they can just say something, and it poisons you, and it creates these seeds of poison that grow and poisons the well. Let's say poison again. Didn't say poison, right? Hey, Kim, poor Frank is pretty far gone these days. Down the rabbit holes aplenty. I feel bad for him. Also, vegetable police. Yes, I've been trying to get a hold of them. They don't give a shit. And vegetable police is Toronto. Maybe if we make enough noise, we can help them out. But I don't think vegetable police. He's still experimenting with whatever diet thing. Good to see you, Lynn. Good to see you. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Pamela, good to see you. Helmut, you're so correct, and I love Charlie. Sam loves Charlie. We all love Charlie. They come to my door for peanuts. No way. They are my family. I have no friends or family anymore. My critters are my friends. That's all you need. Trust me, that's the best thing ever. It's a fucking blessing. You don't need fucking friends. Trust me, you don't need them. Right? You get to the point where you discover things throughout your journey and you love being alone. Not everybody has to have the same view as me. Maybe you're a person that needs to have a lot of friends. Me, give me dogs. Give me an open field. Give me a lake. Give me maybe a little mountain. I don't need a big house. Give me a small little hut where there's beds and AC, Wi-Fi, right? A fridge stocked with food. I'm fucking happy, right? So, yeah. So you don't need people. You know what I mean? You just need yourself and peace and nature, right? Who's Helmut? Oh, he's just a F-bombing beatboxing dude on YouTube with a squirrel in his hood. Fucking classic. Thanks, Waves. Hey, maybe that's why the squirrel's here, right? To bring some of the subs up. Hey, hey, listen, we're almost at 20,000 subscribers. Massive, I almost said limestone. Massive milestone for this channel, right? Sam has put so much work into it. She's done so much stuff. It's amazing. I want to thank everybody for the support. And yeah, thanks for all support. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Let's get this over to 20,000. Right? Fuck it. Let's do 21,000. Fuck it. Let's do 65,000. We can beat Dan Buglio. Oh, New Mexico, man. Fuck, I got family in Las Cruces. I love Las Cruces. I've been to New Mexico, White Sands. I've been to the caverns. I've been to Las Cruces. I've been all around there. Beautiful. Oh, man. Yep, I'm getting a van in October, so maybe I'll, just drive down there. Right? Thanks, Crystal. Hopefully it helped you a lot. Yes, stay away from psychics and mediums. They're going to fucking crush your reality because the doubt will latch all over it. I am going to make a video about this tomorrow. All right. Love you guys too. Love you. Love to love you. Oh yeah, I couldn't drink. No. Yeah, that would have fucked me. Think you gotta understand. I could only eat 2 safe foods. I could not take any supplements. I could not drink anything but water. Right? A sip of alcohol. No. Not even a sip of pop. Not anything with any sort of citrus would fucking ruin me. Right? I would be in a 2 to 3 week flare. No, not good. All right, guys. please, after this video is over, this live, please go in the comments, right? And talk some shit. Put some comments down there. Talk, see, whatever, right? This how keeps the algorithm churning. Churning, really? Churning? Does it really churn? I don't know if it